Hi sweet friends, welcome back. Today's activity is going to be a letter stamping activity. So let's get on to it. Okay, so the materials you're going to need for this activity are paper tubes, some paints, a plate to put your paint in, a paper so you can stamp on, and some letters so you can look at them and see if they have lines, curves. Okay, so first let's get into the cardboard. Here I have two tubes. This one is from a ribbon, I believe, that I cut in half. And it has a big curve. And this one's from a regular paper towel tube and it has a small curve. So you want to make sure you have two varying curves so it's easier. Or if you have just a toilet paper tube, you can always try to stretch out the curve. And for the cardboard pieces, you want to make sure that you cut one side short and the other side long, so it's a rectangle, so that when you're doing letters, you have a small side to do small lines and big sides to stamp big lines. Okay, once you have a plate, so it's easier to stamp next to you, you want to make sure you pick maybe two colors, or you can do all one color, and you can try some letters and even do your whole name. So make sure you have your letters of your name or letters you want to practice already written so you can see how they look. And we're going to go ahead and start with the letter A. Now we want to make sure that we focus on the lines. Now all the lines the same in the letter A? No. It has two long lines and one short one. So we're going to go ahead and stamp that on our paper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's use blue for my long line. And we want to do it slanted. 1, 2. Very good. And then we're going to use pink for our short line. And just like that, you made the letter A. Isn't that cool? Okay, why don't we go ahead and try the letter M? How many big lines and how many small lines do you see? Very good. We have 1, 2 big lines and 1, 2 small lines. So here we go. I'm going to do another slant, straight line, slanted straight line, 1 and 2, and then 2 small lines, 1 and 2. And just like that, we made a letter M. Look at you, guys are doing amazing. Okay, now why don't we try some letters with curves like the letter D? Does the letter D have a big curve or a small curve? It has one big curve and one long line. So we're going to go ahead and start with our line. Here we go. Ta-da! And now I am going to get my big curve and stamp it on a different color. You want to make sure it all has paint, right? So you can see the different parts. And then you stamp it. Ta-da! We just made the letter D. How cool is that? Okay, what about this letter? This is a letter P as in popcorn. What do you see? Does it have a short line or a long line? Does it have a big curve or a small curve? It has one long line and one small curve. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and stamp blue again for our long line to make the letter P. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab. So now I am going to use our small curve, stamp it into our paint plate, and stamp it onto right next to my big line. And look at that, my friends! We did the letter P as in popcorn. Pa, pa. You guys are doing amazing. Okay, now this one's a little trickier. This is the letter S. The letter S, does it have any lines? Straight lines, or do you only see curves? Let's see. I see one curve and I see two curves. This one might be tricky. And the curves, I see them small, so I'm going to go ahead and use the same one that I used for my letter P and stamp it again. And we're going to stamp it up. And we're going to stamp it down. Do you guys see that? So we got the top curve and we got the bottom curve. And now with our small side, I'm going to stamp it. And we're going to connect the curves, okay? Ta-da! And now we did the letter S. Well, I know it's a simple activity, but it's one that is super fun, and you can even do all the letters of your name, make a sign, and put it in your wall. How cool is that? And put it on your wall. How fun would that be? Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this activity, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!